Thankfully no food poisoning. Cut off a nice big chunk. However, do I enjoy eating meat like it's a giant cookie? I have no energy. Oh my god, I feel terrible. I couldn't have sabotaged myself right at the end, could I? Hi, hello, and welcome to the Z-Lister channel. In this video, I'm taking on the low-carb diet. Now, in my weight loss journey to become the Channing Tatum of content creation, I'm open to trying lots of different diets to see what works best for me. I think that's quite a good way to do it. And this week, it's going to be the low-carb diet, otherwise known as keto, which means for 1 week I'll be sticking to a diet of between 20 to 50 grams of just carbs, which really sucks because I do love a carb. I love pasta, I love biscuits, I love McDonald's. I even love a Greggs, so much so I bought this hat. Not gonna lie, I only queued up to do this bit, but it's been a good morning. So what is a low-carb diet, I hear you ask? Well, it's exactly what it says on the tin. You eat less carbs but have food that is higher in fat and protein, such as fish, eggs, meat, and fruit and veg, but mainly stuff grown above ground. It's kind of weird to get your head around if you're not used to it, which is exactly what I had to do. Now, to start off, my lunch is prepared for the week. Now, each one of these has salad, spinach, chicken, and chorizo sausage. And they've only got 5 grams of carbs in. So hopefully after lunch tomorrow, I won't be too hungry. Otherwise, the second half of work isn't going to be fun. Good morning. So it is day 1 of the challenge. The sun is shining. I'm getting ready for work. And we're about to do something I've not been looking forward to and weighing myself. I have not been looking forward to this one. Oh no. So clearly I've not kept to my own advice from the last video. I'm gonna keep going, keep doing more, keep exercising, all of those good things. But let's try and change that again, shall we? Now, usually I start my day with an energy drink. I live on these things. But from my research, I found out I shouldn't be having them on a low carb diet. To be fair, I should probably cut down in general. So this is probably a good thing to do. Now, to give me that caffeine boost I need in the mornings, I was able to still have coffee, but without any sugar, which, if I'm honest, sucked because it is just so bitter without anything like that. Now, as well as my packed lunches for the week, I also prepared breakfast for each day. And for this, I had a combination of blueberries and strawberries. Now, with breakfast and lunch combined, this came up to just 14 grams of carbs, which I'm blown away by. However, by the end of day 1, things were just starting to go downhill and it wasn't good. Now, I feel awful. I've just got back from work. I have no energy. I just don't want to do anything. I feel tired. I've clearly not done my research into this diet properly, and that isn't safe. So I've been asking around, I've been doing some research, and I spoke to a few friends who have done similar diets or actually done proper keto for like a month or so, and they recommended getting sort of more snack-based stuff as well to throw in my bag. So I've got some Baby Bells, I've got some pepperamis, I've even got some double cream that I can put in my coffee or have with some fruit. So that should be nice. Because it got to about 4 o'clock at work and I realized I've had about 300 calories throughout the whole day, and that's not good for anyone. I don't recommend trying it. Please don't follow by my bad example. I'm going to try and change this for the rest of the week, because if I don't, I am going to feel rubbish. So clearly I had underestimated my food portions for lunch. I usually just fill up the lunchbox. I thought that was great, that's normal. However, my lunches for the week originally came up to 260 calories, which is not good. Please don't do that. You should totally have more calories. So because of this error in judgment, I actually went and grabbed all my chicken for the week and filled my lunchboxes with it. It went from 260 calories to 440 per lunchbox, which made it so much easier in the week. And to add on top, this also took my protein count through the roof. So, I mean, if I don't come out of this as a big strong boy, I don't know what will. I am so glad to finally be eating right now. So I have got eggs, bacon, spinach, sriracha mayo, hot brie. Mwah, love a bit of hot brie. And then some avocado. Now, I don't know what the calories are for this. I'm too concerned about eating. So it'll all come up along here. I'm gonna devour this now and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, so I am making myself another coffee. Hopefully this one isn't as bitter, because yesterday's was awful. Hated it. So we're gonna try it with the double cream and we'll see how the outcome is. Okay, I'm gonna try and do this one-handed. Oh, look at, oh, that's not what I expected it to look like. I thought it'd be a bit more runny if I'm putting it in coffee. Oops, give that a little stir. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Now that it's open a bit, it's actually a bit more runny. It's a bit goopy. Oh no. Ugh. Oh, one more for good luck. Come on. This doesn't look right. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like I've made an ice cream float, but out of coffee and cream. Okay, first test. That's definitely a lot better than it was, but maybe only 1 teaspoon of the cream, because you get a bit of a weird aftertaste with it. I think I could do this for the rest of the week. I think we're on to a winner here. Cheers. So the end of day 2, so far so good. The extra food definitely helped fill me up throughout the day. Who knew extra food would stop you from being hungry? Also, this extra food definitely helped keep me on a nice, healthy level of calories throughout the week. But by 6 p.m, hunger had set in and I was starting to lose my mind. I just wanted to eat. Hello and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Chef Luke, and today we're gonna be stuffing some peppers. Mainly because I use all of the chicken for my packed lunches. Now what we're gonna be trying is stuffing some peppers with bacon, brie and egg, and I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna find out. So first you need to cut your pepper. And then we cut the other one. But we don't use this pepper because it's going weird on the inside. Okay, because they wouldn't stand up, make some little silver stands. Crack your eggs into the peppers. Ooh. Like so. Now it's time for your bacon. Just slice them up nice and thin and place into your pepper. Now before we add our brie, just give them a little bit of a stir and break those yolks. This should hopefully make it all nice and eggy. And then get your brie and cut off a nice big chunk. And there you have it. There is your cheese, egg and bacon peppers. Now just stick them in the oven and hopefully they will cook. Oh, Steve. Oh. So spoiler alert, you might have been able to tell I had no clue what I was doing here. After about 25 to 30 minutes of waiting for it to cook, nothing was really happening. So to be safe, I poured it all out into a frying pan, cooked it properly, had a nice healthy dinner, so don't worry. So day 3, thankfully no food poisoning. But I did wake up with this really weird feeling. I woke up feeling really bloated, but really skinny at the same time. It was really odd. The only way I could describe it was if you were sucking in your stomach, but also pushing it out at the same time. And it was just really bizarre. So by the end of day 3, I was getting a little bit bored of food. It just felt like I was having the same variation of pork, eggs, and vegetables over and over again. And I really needed to look into new stuff I could eat. So come the evening of day 4, I decided to cook myself a nice lovely little dish. This comprised of chorizo sausage with chicken, bacon and leek. I definitely made this myself. There's no store-bought stuff here, I promise.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Now by the end of day 5, we're going out after work as all excited. Oh, I can't drink beer on this challenge because beer is full of carbs. However, I was told I can drink as many spirits as I wanted. And I'm pretty sure I just took that information and ran, because that's exactly what I did.
Oh, we're having an amazing night.
We're having a wild day.
So this diet might be ruined because I'm drunk off my face in a working men's club. Yeah!
Come on. There we go. We're almost there. Ooh, look. Good morning. Oh my god, my voice is, it's so low after last night. Oh my god. So I am hungover. It's been a long time since I've just drunk spirits. Oh my god, I feel terrible. Okay, the weather is lovely. I'm gonna head on out. I'm gonna see if Tesco have any like low carb or keto meal deals, which I don't think is going to happen. So we're going to have to be a bit creative with my lunch today. It's the weekend. Let's go and explore and be hungry and eat salad some more. I just want a burger.
So as you can imagine, day 6 was a little bit of a write-off. I was just nursing a hangover. I did force myself to go out to the cinema. And this gave me my first taste of trying to pick up a meal on the go from Tesco, which wasn't the best. So I even picked up a salad and nearly got it, and then realised the whole bottom bit was just full of pasta. So immediately I had to put it back, start hunting again, which just gave me this weird selection of food to sit and snack on in the cinema. As you can see, it was a very odd combination of stuff, but it did the job.
Now I've woke up and weighed myself today, as I usually do for these videos, just my daily weigh-ins for the end, as you'll see soon. And something different has happened. Now I'm chalking this down to 2 things. One, we're in a heat wave again in the UK. I had a terrible sleep. I had maybe a few hours. So I woke up, I was bloated, felt rubbish, weighed myself. The second thing, which I don't think it would be, but maybe, but I don't think it will be. So I went to a barbecue yesterday. Might have cheated on this diet, only a little bit, only by a fraction. But I was given a burger and I didn't want to be rude and remove it from the bun and waste it. So I ate the bun, which on its own I think was like 20 grams of carbs, which that's like the daily limit, or the low end of the daily limit I was sticking to. So I don't think one bun would have bloated me that much. But yeah, it's odd. I gained like 3 or 4 pounds overnight, which I'm going to chalk down to bloating from lack of sleep and not really digesting food properly. But it's an interesting one. It's got me worried a little bit, because what's going to happen when I come off this diet? Am I going to like balloon back up? Am I going to stay at the weight? So there might be a little added bit to the end of this video just to see what my weight is after a week of finishing a low carb keto diet, because I'm quite intrigued to see what happens to my body after I start bringing in more carbs again.
So it's day 7, the final day. I just started off by running some errands, got some food. Am I excited to have normal food again? 100%. However, do I enjoy eating meat like it's a giant cookie? Yes. So I finished my big slab of meat, as you just saw, and looked back and wondered, have I self-sabotaged myself on the last 2 days of this diet? So the meat I got was very cheap, very processed, and not really your fresh sliced deli counter stuff. And it just made me wonder, like, oh, have I picked up the wrong thing here? Is this gonna ruin everything? And when I looked at the packaging, I realized it had 12 grams of carbs just in that, which was so much higher than any of the other meat I'd eaten throughout the week, which just made me, no. I couldn't have sabotaged myself right at the end, could I?
Good morning. So it is the final weigh-in and then the end of the challenge. It's finally here. As you can probably tell, I've just woken up. My voice is quite hoarse right now. It's been another awful sleep due to this heat wave. Hopefully, I'd like to think I'm not bloated. I stuck to the diet as good as I could yesterday. Right, here we go. Oh, low battery. Okay, let's try again. Well, this has been riveting. So 12:11. We've gone from 12:13 all the way down, back up within days, which makes me question this diet completely. Because if like a couple of nights sleep's gonna ruin it like that much, like what's gonna happen when I introduce like some pasta, which I'm gonna do today? Wow, okay.
So as always in these challenges, I weigh myself each day just to see how I fluctuate and how much weight I lose throughout the week. So day one, we started off at 13 stone, which I wasn't too happy about, but it is what it is. And then day two, we weighed in at 12 stone 12. Perfect, we're losing weight straight away. So day three, this is when some weird things were starting to happen and I felt bloated and skinny all at once. I actually weighed myself twice just to... Don't know what's going on there. So my first weight was 12 stone 10, which I thought, oh, perfect, I've lost weight again. Then weighed myself a second time and was 12 stone 9 and 3/4. So instantly I'd lost a little bit more weight, which felt great, but also a little bit odd. Now come day four, things got a little bit weirder. So I weighed in at 12 stone 8 and 1/4. And at this point I was just in shock because on my last video, I ended the whole challenge on 12 stone 8, whereas I'm 4 days into this one and we've already hit that weight that we did in 7 days in 4 days, and I've completely lost my mind at this point. And because of this drastic weight loss, I was a bit worried come day 5. However, we did stay at 12 stone 8 and 3/4, so there wasn't anything to worry about here. We sort of seemed to have balanced out a little bit. However, I may have spoke too soon because come day 6, I had dropped to 12 stone 7 and 3/4. And this was even after a night out on the town and having a lot of drinks. So I was baffled at this point. Baffled and hungover. So come day 7, the final weigh-in, this got me wondering the longevity of this diet. So as I mentioned, I kind of cheated the day before. I had a brioche roll and then I had the meat that I'm not too sure about. So in one night, I went from 12 stone 7 to 12 stone 10, just overnight. And it really made me wonder about how sustainable this diet is as a whole. And then come, I guess, day 8, the final weigh-in in the morning, I'd actually gone up to 12 stone 11. Now this was on a lack of sleep and then the 2 days of, I guess, mystery meat because it's just very processed. So again, this made me wonder what will happen in a week when I've come off the diet fully and I'm just going back to my normal foods, sticking to a normal diet. So spoiler for you, I'm filming this 1 week after the challenge, and after I finished, I went straight back to my normal way of eating, sticking to sort of a normal diet. Now my weight did go up to 12 stone 11, but I found during the week, it actually started to sort of level out around 12 stone 9, 12 stone 8. So from my experience, I think this diet is sustainable in short terms, as long as you're eating correctly in between it. Would I do it again? Potentially. I'd be tempted to do it for 2, maybe 3 weeks at a push, but I feel by the end of that I would lose my mind. But I would be interested to see how much weight I would lose and how sustainable it would be after that big prolonged period. Now from my personal experience, after doing it from a week, I came straight back off it ate well, had good nutrition afterwards, and it did balance out. So overall, I am happy. But on that bombshell, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Ta-ra!